Yeah, for the very beginning, early on, I was definitely like the dad of the group. I was like the glue that kept it all together. A lot of viewers would say, um, yeah, for sure. Like an example, like early on, like when whenever my boys were struggling on any fronts of financial business motives, I always tried to find solutions to those issues. So for a long time, I was getting the boys brand deals. I got the boys the Facebook deals. I put all those things together. Like I connected the people. I'm a big connector. So like I like one of my things that I enjoy doing that really like fills my soul is like putting good people in touch with good people, right? So if someone comes to me like, "Hey, Garrett, I need whatever," like I like to make connections where it makes sense for both parties. And early on, that's a lot of what I did for many of the boys and even people in the space. More notably, like connecting MrBeast as an example to his agent today, like which then ended up making MrBeast in theory have the money that he has today to be able to fund the project he has. Like it's little connections that make up big
Yeah.
big
So there's like
moment for you, but like, how did you find MrBeast?
Yeah, I didn't find him at all. I actually, and this is how I met Preston. This is how I met Andre. Everyone's been through a mutual introduction, right? So it's the same thing with Jimmy. I had a friend, Jobless Garrett, who's actually doing incredibly well on Twitch and YouTube. Plays like Grand Theft Auto and different games. But this was in January of 2018. He like sent me a Twitter DM and he's like, "Yo, I have this creator that I think you should meet." I just had a conversation with him a few days ago. He's small. I remember him saying this. He's small. Jimmy had like 1.8 million subs, but that was like small. But he's like, I think he has massive potential to be one of the biggest creators on the platform. And at that time, I was like, okay, hold on, like biggest creator on the platform. Like, let's calm down here. And then I started checking out his channel, and I watched him, watch It's Everyday Bro for 12 hours or 24 hours and count to 100,000. And I think the one thing that stood out to me was like, he actually like I could tell he loved it, right? I could tell he loved making videos. He was doing it for a long time. But I still hadn't met him. So Jobless Scare was like, "Hey, I'll just put you in a Twitter DM." And that's how we met. Jimmy and I actually had a weird moment about 4 months ago where we like went back to the first DM. We were like scrolling back and we're like, "Man, remember that? Like early 2018? Like what a simpler time." And so that's like how I met Jimpy was on.
so there's like agents in this world, kind of like sports.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Big agencies too. Yeah. So what I guess backtrack for early on, Kevin was in the middle of renegotiating his Twitch deal. His contract was coming to an end, and at this point, he was so large, and I was like, "Listen, don't sign anything. Let me send out some emails." So I sent out an email, a cold email to the guy, the myth, the man, the legend, Brandon Freetag. He is the one that did the Ninja and Shroud deal for Mixer.
Okay, yeah.
So I reached out to him. I was like, "Listen, man, I got one of the biggest GTA guys on Twitch. At this time, Kevin was getting like 20,000, like 15 to 25,000 concurrent.
Jeez.
Back in the day, right? So like, but he was a low key sleeper because like he was pulling these numbers, but he had no brand recognition. Like no one really knew who Lord Kevin was in the streaming circles, right? So like even today, like when he met like Fusli and Valkyrie and all these people, like they didn't know who he was back then because like he was just a sleeper. Like he was just like he was moving in silence with these and heavy hitting numbers. So he ended up Brandon ended up emailing me back. This is the agency Loaded. Ended up emailing me back saying, "Hey, we'd love to see what we can do. Let's talk."
Yeah.
So I connected them, and then that's how Facebook came to be. Just connecting us with people, the right people, and now we work heavily with Loaded. which is like one of the biggest agencies in our space. Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's just, that's just how dude, it just, like, sometimes it just takes that one phone call, that one email, that one message, that one thing of you doing something to change the entire course of someone's life.
So
And,
you almost play like management too, then.
Oh yeah. For early on CG, I was heavy management boy.